Chairman, Major so.
Boko there.
Nyame adom, me ho ye bibie ekoso.
O ministry ye to catch power.
You go so.
Then am we so far?
So far, me fan say the most edi kan chairman na me nchea.
Major so
pa. Na me nchea tiefo nyina o magebra na pay 80 on Peace 104.3 FM so. Chairman, enema bebre na ye o Ministry of Information. Teach you. NSA na wotwe etwa mu mote yen kan ye kopie mu o Kumasi. Ghana Publishing Company Limited. One of the agencies under Ministry of Information. Ye kopie the first regional office. Apart from near Munim Wakra ye nim as Assembly Press no. Ama enemrema enkrofo bebre timika say state owned enterprises so ma ho keka omo nyire omo ho de we omo susu se omo yire omo ho no na nka ye ankrankra adwuma nkombe ye ne yie na ye de na aye yie ahyehya ama na ye fe aye akono na nyame adom ya sha ase ebiebie branches they say Ghana Publishing ebie Kumasi branch ye Kotakra den so enti ye bibia na ehye nkran pa sabi chairman obi a wonim Ghana Publishing in 2016 na enne onamenim honom na so ohu what the company has become. People are so impressed. Say yenkan ye kura obi a show say mo agencies ne de omo yade. Chairman enye no nko a ye be board the roche mo say afi aditi true de asi ani so. Ene say Information Services Department aban procure 40 vans.
For ISD.
LED state of the art LED vans e de ama ISD. Unim sa ISD the last time omunya advance and Honorable Damboche in 2007.
2007, 17 years ago.
In more 10 vans. Every 2007, under the period of the previous administration, not a single van was procured for the ISD. In Tinyame Adom, yaye bibie wi a ye hwe nim se bosome nteme beba bedru krom ha na ya fremu nyina pa ho ntoma na aban baseline public education campaigns ene se omobe sisa eye documentaries ne niam yaye about aban nyuma ene nkyerechire se ekoso ewo nkrofo local languages mu nyina yetimi atwa agu vansi mu na omode akọ the various communities na omode akọ kira de hye wo ho enti eniama papa bebre koso saa ukọ GNA ye Ghana News Agency nso chairman unim said the last time omo ye recruitment or GNA na ye in 2012 omo fa nipa 5 pe sese amene wo ka say omo fa nipa be 67 expansion e koso through my predecessor Honorable Kojo Pon Kroma omunya facility from AFDB omo ye renovation omo various offices including the head office and so near Kandi SSA Kahu Cas SSO Motimi procure echo round echo gather information as the nation's wire Nina chairman Omugusoa Omutu Sana Mono Inti agencies na ho keka no osoro ye yere ho pa ye bo mama ne so say ye pese graphic any New Times Corporation ye pese ehemukina Inti afi etwem there was a cabinet decision say it should be listed on the stock exchange. Say there can be public participation in the company. Na ometimenya more capital ediaje abefo mfidie beboa ama adwuma no SCPS ta no mo betremu ama na hye no kra bro just printing newspapers no. Eno so chairman eno so yeguso. GBC story no so de matini nyina unim se e baaye na GBC Ghana Broadcasting Corporation.
Yes.
Na chairman na e kanko a omo legacy debt on electricity na ye to the tune of about 27 million Ghana cedis. Me kan say mebra panyin Kojo Pon Kroma betina ha e ma mo twetwe nkomo fa ho. Through the benevolence of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, omo right 17 million Ghana cedis off those legacy debts or modern kani asem nko a e ma eka 10 million na aban say no de omo anfam pem omobo no munchia na kakra akrama ECG uye no free ho nso so a retirees no mo GBC mfie bebre kwa no mo retire no ne ntua omo end of service benefits ma omo sa me ne wo ka say obia de aye ready ama obia na o deserve say oje ne retirement benefits or ko GBC e de ne check amano ama obekan ya na complaints ni de say mo ntehwe bio because since April any year announcement say GBC retirees nyina retirement benefits are no mo hwe anim say be ba mo de enko ani nyina chairman no nso so nyame adaroma ye free honum enti no eniama papa bebre kwa ene ekoso under the ministry enti no ada ubebie ohuma atum kra so omon comment no mbeka che say no kre senhye ebisa wo honum aban toto niema say be ya omon so mbetima kofie wa abra areho ni su anefa mawie nso so yendua me benefits ma ko retirement me jemisika ne nyina nyame adom ye free ho enti chairman the ministry is doing well in a nutshell me gidi se bebre ni ebetimi ayaka ho se wa akade na ye betima ye niema bebre especially on government communications and say na me hwe documentary bia ya yenu abema animado ekotwa about National Service Secretariat efu a omoye ewo kumewu so mado abrofo over 300 acres
da
mufu enya fuketo awo na wo students na ho keka na me say this is the same country I used to say as I say ye kire mabunu no commercial agric enya say bedru generation bi a ye nya nkrofo omo be ya agric na bibi e be import but nkrofo nimu say bibi say ekoso bibi say no say wa kade na ye the crew the drones ni bibi abeko ehonom akotwa asheda ba be package documentary amagana de hye nyina hu na ekoso ntime bo na ba so pa me hwe wo UTV enam si enti nkrofo nim sanhye we nyina ban na etimi aye amanne students a omoko into rice farming emese mufu a chairman no madonya fukito awo eni abro abawo so ma ya be se mfie miensani omo about 50,000 acres a omo dono kakran omaye facilities wo ho omutimi eti omo gentete ani bibie ka ho enti no chairman eniama bebre kwa na ekoso a megidi sebre pam ye nya ho ahoden a ye betre da wubonum eno de ye ade
enti adena de ubo MPP abaye modensa
chairman edin kan megidi say based on two things I am make a nkrofo say ehia investments ehia say any single major project aban be ye bia no there should be consideration for communicating it and I said the PR component of the project
adena monye
because ebiante asiano from some quarters ebia na eni sro
because ye central for ne de obo adwuma ne hu say MPP aban muska for everything except communication
no correct chairman me you watching you
ye de abomudua na
abribia meka say ebia wo sika be $100 million for a program as I say wunya 0.01 of that budget ese me the package documentaries me the year before and after of the program me the try some videos be a method airtime the explainer videos any infographics nene nkeka ho ebegu social media ni bibia aba but mpempi na ebi ho mo ka sensentre adwuma na se da ubo no ye nje kapre enti ne se budget ka ho dia onia no onya ntwa o se o da bi any budget for communicating it nanso so the Ghana of yesterday ani e wo one TV ni one radio na oya aban a wo na oye in charge of it into ultimate the wade ekoto free ne enti sa say and then Crawford Magic radio license say in excess of 740. TV license TV Nkwa license say about 175. Active radio stations as at December 2023 550. And today we no bebo wa ha baby ad be ko bi an market ne audience share even in one region ye be 3%. Enya mo at se Peace FM mo ye kuku dama mo affiliates bebre across the country. So who agency no so madam for bi wo station into aboba akwa ma me a oboa enko ba bia nti abribia no na ma dede no da so wo ministry ho but me ogidie mapa say bra no ye din kita ho kan nkrofo say you need to deliberately make effort say ade na amaye no esese me de ko kire Ghana for obi ho say my work is there for everybody to see Yeah, my work is there for everybody to see because on person or be a component of that work. By a show moon crying. But yeah, at the Ministry of Information, near Yahoo debate me be a chairman ye. Me did say one who say na mon from say yeah regional town hall meetings and exhibitions. Bibia me who say ye pese enkita ho die no ye pese nkomo twetwe no kofoma ye ntimi nyani nyina won kran ha. Ese say mantem bia ye ko ne ekoye exhibition on region specific infrastructural projects because we na national now ke kambo ma wo ba akese no nko aso bebre wo ho no ma ekam and starting from 6 August e won nato wa Accra ha say ye town hall meetings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I be 2 presentations, one on the economy, near any tosumienu on infrastructural projects in the region. We are near question and answers based 1 hour. No cost on na bonten so free 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Each event date no. Every district assembly you see exhibition booths amomo. Obetimi the pictures or factories or home bit mabesi pono na products or more in the region or more they are better to so. Enti ye de ni nyina ba se be ya ebia me won kran ha me interested in Accra me odambai me interested in Oti region ye mix information no enti nyame adom ye pese ye package ni nyina to every single regional capital na ye ne omukodi nkita ho ne ye turn from now to send a mesikan no to 12 November 2024. In fact, na nedue ya na nesese ye sha ase chairman. Na send a moten kan nyame adoma okuada district road improvement program drip ayen hyehyɛ ya o mampani na na adodan kwakufu ado ene na bedi eche Dr. Mahmoud Baomia omode aba ene sa aban apart from fixing over 12,000 kilometers of roads across the country no ade ba ko edi enya asoman road maintenance ena road maintenance no so egu ahodo chairman kunim say eba feeder roads any roads need be within urban roads but a new community say beba apt say Ashalaja mempotemu otrobu ni baby o ha yenyenye kwan no nanso so nke abetwa so you grade and compress na yesiesie so kran ke be mo trouble sa kwan ni bi no nso otobia na ehia ho siesie enya afe na mo betwen say yekoye ho procurement na afe na eba be Ministry of Road near the akodi queue mu drip no nhyehyɛ say every single district assembly across the country equipment baako 2,402 and abaya procure every assembly yema grader ne ama wheel loader ne ama back roller ne ama concrete mixer water tank omudi be spray nsuo ene akade bebre keka ho say be ya wa obetimi dia ye mpotemu kwan asiesie
na moye saadie na ye baby say ehho akade edi ho awen ochina nko be he ne yesi ye ni fuel equipment driver ni ho spare parts ni ho. Have you thought about that?
I need just some more program we want say maintenance ne services contract ni nyina aka projects no ho because enhwehwemu because so ema ye hu say woto emfidie now the district assembly acha 2 years na say nanso contractor onu no yi kwan onu no koto ni emfidie ne ba ebi o ha up to be ye emfie nwotwe na eda so sikwan so eye adwuma enti wo yasa wo bejai se emfa nkogu ho trasa enche na ni nyina adwegu enti no management any service contractor ka ho no ama se me ne wo kasei omo a omo asua se ne esi hyehyɛ mfidie no fixe afitafo baako 100 na akọ China akọje ntete ya aba enye no nko a second batch of 100 and so are on the way a omo so akọje ntete ye se ne equipment ni bi saye omo be sie ne nkeka ho chairman say ye kasei every set of mfidie bia at least omo fa nipa miensa adwuma na a project we announce a program we drip program no in collaboration with the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, District Assemblies Common Fund, Ministry of Roads and Highways, and 48 Engineers Regiment. And to every regional asrafoi omo na omo supervisory role omo behwe baby ebe kra emfidie no ehwo no yaje ho enye se na yakotu ese battery ochina yakotu ahwehwe sanhyehyɛ ni nyina koso antetiye project teams omo beye inspection monitoring together with JA Plan Pool because there were two infideliting now 2 years warranty. And within that 2 years and also so no say or mobile na bibian say and near me koso wano chairman nini na ya dia and she koso including training of engineers or more the various MMDAs na omahu kwanya ebefa so ahwe na yesiese now we have an established maintenance protocol na ankoye say we de ne de me de akosi DC fie na ye de we say de akosi chairman bi fie da bi enye sa na ebeye no ye nhyehyeye say ebeye amfidie no ye bedi ho mfa so ache na chairman you say abribia no say onam kwa so ne ka se contractor bi eye kwan na wo ye adwuma o hwe ni fleet anu ahu ne bobre me feature me hu se obi ye kwan na ne grader ye ba akopɛ na ase ye de ankora bi akosi nkyɛn na omo so aso nsu otweguma na ma hu se we ne mfi susua na ona
na who kosa na pe ya de bisu say come one na who kosa
no man no contract is also mfi susua
na chairman sa onam kwan so no hu se anwa car no fleet no abetwam be se 20 na grader nam so na ne dedehwe no hu say yes adwuma we ink bekom
but my empower contractor na obey then what was our fleet so you have to empower them
no correct
I empower them obey then what was our fleet
and the chairman say say wo kwa Black Star Square emfidi a ye hia for Greater Accra ni nyina agu ho obi o ha na obi say na ni nyina ni da bi ne esese ekọ regions ni nyina nam kwan so ekọ ebi edikan akọ minim say be say 3 days ago me kra me coffee ni me hu so ma loadi some of the equipment ekọ so because transporting the equipment can take as long as 2 weeks entini ye hia won kran ha say for nyame adoma okuada program no ni nyina ekọ dada na ne ebe hia for Greater Accra region no eno na ewo Black Star Square nyame adom obia nyame adom a okuada omampani abedi akire ne mpanyimfo ebo aban mu ne all the stakeholders na nanom atran konwa obia ebeba abehye mu ho ne ehu enema pa aban de ba we say ebeboa wa akwaniasa bebre so chairman me mfikyire kwan baby a wo fra assembly na eno ane se omo beba be ye ho adwuma enya afi na ye kopɛ region for aba omo de ko urban roads na ye de ko ha se bibia we at the local level decentralized level portal bi to ai hwa ye wo mfidie wa akande a yetimi edikotuatu ano na enya afi ne ye betwen enti chairman we ni niam bebre na ekoso aban mu a Ministry of Information and so ye boa ban na yetimi aboho de rama obiati
Peace 104.3 Fatima to Abubakar our information minister no pay ewaha and Professor Joseph Osafo, head of Center for Aging Studies, University of Ghana, Legon, ewaha. This one goes out to say happy birthday to you, Mrs. Mabel Apalu, wherever you are. Very best wishes and God's blessings to you, Mrs. Mabel Apalu. Enjoy your birthday. It's from your mother or Henry Mrs. Georgina Kusi, yena ye mame no ade papa no. Prof Machakaba. Yes sir, boko there.
Boko na umpum.
Nyame ado me ho ye pa.
Michia onabo. No mun say come onabo de meka o.
Za.
Na say
ane danaka.
Oh, so onabo so okay, so okay say can say yeah fundraising be so okay.
Oh.
Center for Aging Studies.
Prof, say nchemu.
Come
prof.
Oh, talking no.
Come Jimadi.
Oh, you are there.
Kokrokoo for me na me mama action. Na member wa phone so. Come me mama Safua.
Aye.
Safua. Mama Safua. Kwame me the chains at 29. No, free last week now me man letter. I say, hey, bro, pressure. Man, pressure. 1st October no Kwame.
Yo.
When I say I want the International Day for Older Persons, no. I want the team number. I say aging with dignity.
Aging with dignity.
The importance of strengthening care and support systems for older persons worldwide. Say when you ɛwɔ animunyam ne ne die mu onyini wɔ ne die mu yɛsɛ onyini a yɛtoto agyagya mu na yɛ ɔbasabasa nti 1st October ɛno koraa deɛ mehyɛ da atwerɛ letter na masa no na mede asa ma honorable ha bio na kyɛ sɛ ɛka no ɔde me no kwame ɔde cash ne ka ho a na kyɛ sɛ wei ayɛ second level nti honorable no deɛ megyina wo so na kwame me baba ko me era bi yɛfrɛ no ɔkɔfo David ɔkɔfo mani na wɔn sɛ kwame nkɔfo bi wɔ hɔ nom a when they are in your life they are like fathers to you and the second born yɛfrɛ no maame adwoa amani and then the birthday
ni trinkwa
na maame adwoa amani na me nhyira ɔma nkwa tenten
amen
brabo enye fe odachi enye fe na maame kayo onyi nyina na oka kan Kokrokoo na merwafo no ebize dachi obedu ho enti majua this is a warm shout out to you say onyame nhyira why
amen we wish you the very best
kwame
prof
ana me bo amane say Theodosio hoisting the flag yeah, international anthem flag na yen hoist it. 3rd August. Oh, the crew.
3rd of August.
Aye, yeah, hoist the flag.
Me mama be.
Yes, I Ghana for your beji flag na ko. Emobia pa flag ni bia. Flag ni fi crew. Enum enteno mo nyina nkora nko boa. Na fe celebrating women in art and development. Ebe edakese papa na kwame we die honorable etie ne asem a ode ba mete se oka agriculture ene emrantie ne ma na mani age pa ana me se menim se issues na wo ho me bi ye oya eba so na so kwame anka oba me few minutes we no kan na me de pa emrantie ne ba ya which area na work
national service
kwame yedi farms
nkan hakumewu
yo kwame no se makenkan mu ana me kopu yesu say na the winner plains no in the 60s and 70s na hoye farms power yeah irrigation schemes ahodo mechanized farms ahodo state farms na me fa do winya honoma na mbisa me ho se me de me nkrofo bi free no we buy na ye drive afa sa kwan so ana obisa me se na asase ye da ho yi a omo a matna Scandinavia no se Scandinavia hilly mountainous pa na so omo kurukuri ba bia eduadua atomo ne ade still enya duane ana obisa me se na hana da hono yede yeden na bi o yede be si dan come say legends e tonton de si dan but o share sa place ne say anka sa adwuma yi a honorable okay we can get young people deeply into this national service for mu wi a come ye me ya ba omoye very skillful in using modernized and mechanized modernized means of doing things. When the drone man na drone air fly for the so take coordinates kwame na spray if I say spray insecticides and a be a weedicides. You can imagine the skill among the finesse among the and see it's a very important scheme and I really like it. Thousands of students churn out every year. One of the ways of getting Ibenya onwewura phony agriculture is this means. Since here tani hakra into the plains. Oba campus are coming. Be an abeto ade wo hoda. Agric School of Agriculture. O free main gate no. Now do a kuafo
roundabout.
Offer left. Obe hu say omo baby a amoton vegetables.
I see mention.
Oh, come koto. Maybe I to be an American for
mention
because I want to wow
campus
now we just say raise beds no. Now veg no you can see na meto obenya we hokakumba obenya lettuce obenya genie obenya friends this fresh onions at 30 obenya carrots obenya beetroot I mean these are the things ni now na the entire hono say na say bi ye saa ni me ye no mo den duro e no say the hwe agusu saa gota munsu ni hwe agusu na dia ko market ma koto is the best place to go and buy now hwe kura the way am kura me produce and the feed in Kokrokoo campus it's incredible that's a small place but the biano dua and you know I think say kwame e adepa na me nim say ne honorable mo area no be sia ahimukina na anka schemes you know yeah spread no enkraha ebi oha ebi nya bia awo the way nya place because o hwe the entire must the way nya farms no egu ya o hwe say one of the reasons here na enkoso the fertility of the soil na enkoso ekofam basaneti asase de o ye hu so eduma na fertility no e was so funny way of boosting it entina you also scientists are otumi efuntum asase ni bi frafra na asase na asaye ne srade asa akoso bi enti we de ya mane kwamita ka say ye way for advocate for TVET pa and then no ye advocate for agric young people come
entering into agriculture
to come and
some minister Hanti eja Alhaji Gusa Beka obedwundwan nanum kakra obedwundwan nanum afa aban ho enhihye eja mem say weekend the election 2024 na eda obia anoso ye be sinko srem em say fatina na action ni na wosrem because Dr. Baumia wosrem
come so be asem
John Mahama so akọ launching a campaign was Tamale. What's going on up there?
Chairman General.
Yes, my Fati.
BBC was roho.
Then easy.
Na is very interesting. Me did say over the period the history of Ghana's politics, at least under the Fourth Republic. Na tangent na ne also no na enka antete na nanka NDC for doing say esrem and yehuna has 5 regions in the north, Savannah and northern region, northeast region, upper east and upper west. No mo fan say your World Bank na ya poni hon kakran ma bank na dani susu box nti say ne adru no ato ani bre na ani bre na aba no ebi mo nso so kan say because both candidates for the 2 leading parties no free from northern descent Dr. Baumia from northeast region and former President Mahama from Savannah region. But in a bigger picture, they both come from what we used to call the northern region.
Okay.
Na encountered na votes no nasro ho yenya bebresa. Even seats, I know said there's been elections some regions ni yenya hwe. Nanso so over the period, unim say northern region proper. NDC were 9 seats, NPP were 9 seats.
I see.
Northeast region, NPP were 4 seats, NDC were 2 seats.
I see.
And Savannah, NDC were 4 seats, NPP were 3 seats.
That close.
That close. And 3 regions, no. Yachem no kabomu together. NPP BT NDC by 1 seat.
I see.
Wow.
Enti man Kokrokoo be attention. Enti every single election, especially since Dr. Baumia was introduced as a running mate from 2008, over elections from 2004, 2008, 2012 to date, NPP ban by him. In fact, at the last election, no, a northeast region, NPP BT NDC in the presidential ballots.
Wow.
Enti na ebi ma adwen omo say aha no ase ne lose some seats, especially in Accra and Central region. But they were surprised when we realized that we were still able to maintain majority because the gains in inroads are making in the northern part of the country was so impressive. Now, Chairman General, enyasa sabi tribalism anase abusuasem ntina in the north
as onim say me ba ho
omasate to my enya sakra say the major infrastructural projects in the north meka se ni nyina NPP aban na de bai
oh sure
chairman ni nyinara mame mu bobi so nkyerɛw time bia under NDC na time bia ubisa said den no maye in the north omo say fufu so solar road omo say Larbanga Bupe ni nyina kwan kro na o kwan kro no mutimi ma ne din be se 5 de bia no mo se san kro din no mo bobo kwan kro na din chairman general yes. Free say president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ebedi mampanyi in 2017 to date say ye legacy projects so say ye new projects so maybe bubo biso acho most of the infrastructural projects President Akufo-Addo na keep faith no any mama started from my region chairman
already here there
Upper East region
Upper East
sa Boga Bokopo Makon Road dodo na President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na ye chairman say ofri Boga na wokọ Boko a encounter na obeye 2 hours na diversions bebre wom na armed robbery attacks ente sa o ya ye kwan no aka so kota metima che say baby too pe na the last time I mekọ no mu nwieye na ne nyina put together no kran hwe ndru 1 kilometer because they are doing some bridges Zuarungu baby kakra between Tili ni Zepila bridge baby kakra bi chairman when him say Garu, there was a time we were cut off because na bridge wo ho na nye. State of the art bridges are President Akufo-Addo aye in the region ebedru 8. Mimi Chrome the example. Chairman Uko Northern Regional, the first interchange in the whole of the 5 northern regions, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na akwaye Tamale. From sword cutting to construction to commissioning. Enye no kwa chairman, sa uko Tamale a enkantete na ye airport nketenkete atarazo na wion si apampamu na bi na watermale enne minim se na say what to kwan akotamale a Tamale International Airport terminal any roads e ka ho nyina President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ye from scratch from funding free UK export finance funding from Germany from awarding contract construction to completion of the state of the art terminal from to commissioning any opportunity in use operationalizing chairman brofo akese ni nyina ne say we de obi a legacy nka ho wan inherit President Akufo-Addo na ye ni nyina from scratch chairman omo nim yendi to tatale obi anim se kwan wo ho na enye ekwan e free Tamale ekọ Salaga obi anim se na kwan na enye se sa kwan no most part completed ni can do 9 kilometers. Mekanse 2016 ni yeko campaign ni yeko Salaga chairman oka betima ma one small journey wo de 4 hours ne beye under President Akufo-Addo aban ente sa biu enna se esrema kasa asphalt in town roads okọ boko central ne wo the thickness of asphalt am ko hu boko a I was so impressed
and omoda so ko no
ebefa nyame adom ebusuafo ebeye din chairman general sa okọ Damongo town asphalt Damongo town
Damongo Abujinapo
Damongo meche omunyina chairman asphalt wo ho ukọ na ko asphalt President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo atintim ho a wani beje chairman nya no nko a o wonim say kan tete na ka factory anadodo na wo form ha say 1D 1F buy no factories no more absorb bebre in the northern part of the country.
Mo ye adwuma be.
Start be from scratch. Ebi ni wale watermelon factory.
Yes, enya adwuma.
There be chairman mama ncheche omu na no na make on platform bi so. O kan ya eda parliament no mo ba be sorry o kan say ministers na ya approve na kam. Eda na omo be rise before omo sa ba we na there were 2 issues. Bakona it has to do with ministers, but the second issue now it has to do with tax exemptions and also exemptions on imports. So when him say mrafo fra they are on exemptions and just all the call parliament for approval.
Yeah.
Yenimu say the companies under 1D 1F no and sheshaya abani omo call ye na ebi ni say 1 Exim Bank Ghana Exim Bank ebe mo musika a omo de betintimu mfidi omo de be start adwuma no 2 aban be provide ancillary facilities de say akwan ensuo enkanea e de akọ baby krom be so omutintim facilities no ane ne etoso miensa ene say equipment omo be krade aba krom ha say no esese ye mo tax waiver na say waiver at the ports no muntimin clear ne ma no chairman say ye ka say enyo mu nyina na enya sa clearance no because na mrahye bedwam omo kwa na domkuo no say omo mpene enti na aye one of the issues so matching esrene abasa enti minim sa factories no chairman ebi mu equipment abeka e wotema porta because of sa waiver on import duties no challenges no munya omrahye bedwam no enti no mo nsankan but some no ka say me gidi say ebi mbe start send o message say asen when on benya approval for evin mu bia no mo makwanya e mo yi omo neema no enti na okoso huma obehu say Lavance tomato processing factory or hono mo ye tomato paste sa wokọ akontomra obehu say rice processing factory or hono ma omo ye mo ni baby bebre enti abribia no all over 150 factories are both green and brown field make a green HS and ya build it from scratch et say kumfi eku juice kumfi pineapple factory e bit say Casa de Ropa ne nke omo ho
Casa de Ropa eku juice eku
me to bi wa Washington it's on shelf
Casa de Ropa na minim some that see adwuma but eku fi de omo ho
chairman factories na e bin so diversify the market omo sell
all of these stories up north. Argentina monka.
Me pa cho ye ka.
Wayne.
Esro de omu nyina omu di ho adanse omu ahu ye ka. E na me gidi se hanso so me nya akwanya bia na obi bisa me the real examples on ground enye bukumu de a obi ahu se wo ho. Because chairman, woni mu se na ye ka facilities. Oko wale a omu o mini stadium wo ho. AstroTurf akese ni bi pa ebi wo ho. Oko Larbanga in the Savannah region omu obi oho and now Tamale a lot of places are people are so impressed with the kind of infrastructure abane de aba na ne de wom eche bibia de and it's a chairman and now srema almost every district agenda 111 projects ho really? Chairman esro ho na pomudin sam ho hiaye na ya de ha adwen chairman me neighboring districts Binduri Garu Tempani ni any district hospital papa bia ho say bia sorry be to say ma eno so ma memfa kwanya iso na membo religious groups abaso omo je collection ane e kasa nanso so chairman and sorry ne religious bodies be bre wo ho no ma they have invested in communities
honorable can you ma
obehwe na Catholic hospital wa ha na Islamic den wa ha na Pentecost den
ma inkin
nanso so for nton mako nton chine eyan kakran akra omunya e na omode ye some of these investments hwe na anu ana NHIS nkomo na ebi mu pa wi ase omo na omo ye piloting won kranza ne hehe yakoye na sorry project omo ye so some of these investments in the communities ni oma sha se oma ye enne kra na hoden abam na aban ye bia yen kan ebra na hwe ni honoma these religious groups were investing in healthcare education in niam kakra in our communities chairman enne ukọ Garua agenda 111 hospital ye wie is one of the 21 that can be commissioned this year. Really? Makọ chairman nye obi say me amatena moto so akọ honoma kọhwe say be ya menya abotoye mu Oko Binduria obehu hodie oko Tempani obehu hodie na chairman look at the population of these 3 districts who did not have access to healthcare obi yare na emu odin ayese jese abatamale at most jese akọ boko anye yi ajese abatamale and all these districts under President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo enya access to healthcare na just aban na ye bi enti asoro hode adane NDC World Bank na dani susu box enye chempempo chempena happened in 2020 na yekoye nimu de ye ne omo nchehwe oma hu se sebe enye nuane ne okan wo nuane boafo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia bedi vice president keke no wanyi omumu development ekoso wo baabi bia ebi eduru ho nte eba ne se no montoma afe na NDC fu ani abre omo ho dendenden a oma ba se nkrofo from all 16 regions said oma kotamale. Are
you saying say nipa na wo na enye how is that possible?
Na chairman wa hu se na vim no wo form me se no oma ni mponje nkrofo
sure.
Because they traveled overnight to get there. Now ni masiri se me wom chairman yes se sabi otene won saba ku obi so na wo ka no me semcha na nan ne dane wo so hwe Omukoye de omubo Dr. Baumi edian refi say enyo no na NDC flag bearer.
Oh how?
Oh, chairman, at least 48 times so say te matisema hu se ya church obi online. Obi e bekasa na ni refi ne candidate din na Dr. Baumi o na Dr. Baumi o. Omubo ni din sa na chairman no ni maybe omukoye omu rally no.
I'm saying Tamale Jubilee Park,
which was built by NPP. NPP abanya o. Omukasa abanya nya hwe no omu gina Jubilee Park. Entinka President Kofu anko sisi Jubilee Park anko mejina mfutrum. Make akra na chairman manfa nka ho say Tamale Sports Stadium NPP abreso President Kofu ne kosi Tamale Sports Stadium education range. Me call her for Ghana University Games in 2008 as a handball player.
I've used handball.
Hey. Oh, now me a captain for Ekwafo ho. My Bogusa, my West Africa Games. Make a university team home, my Bobby Bray chairman. Sports today. Okole gonna me track record in sports scratch politics.
Oh, and now on Kanjiro. No, chop bag here. Oh, no, I catch you.
Chairman, Ninja, you, Miguso.
No, chop unyada je.
There be nyamina me so be na ye.
Baroshe.
Oh, say the mini adaje, but say omo ye.
It's be out me yo.
Versatile.
Oh.
Enti chairman, esro hot there say there omo hu say na we see o ye me kan say in 2016. Ye ne president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Ye ko campaign tour ya na ye ko pie mu obole. E ko ye na mpanyimfo mo hanfo ko hye omo na ohini panyi ba ko chiame ba ko. O kasa no say mesremu ayama mo ma ne nya mo hu se o na o mampanyi bi free ha nti ye ntimi ma ha me campaign. Mo amo be hwe krom ha se bebi o mampanyi bi free. Mo hwe krom ha. Development evidence of se o mampanyi free ha na we he. And the chairman, uko every single districts, evidence of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ninsano ejuma.
Ba ye hwe Tamale so and this is unya dompa.
Chairman me say edoma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia edeko Yagaba Kobore nkwa one constituency. Dr. Baumia de nenya campaign launch community connects. Constituency engagements. Na one constituency dom e chen nipa ekogu Tamale nyina.
Then a chese sa dom nyina beto ama.
O omonto anko omma. O hwe omo energy omu digina hono ma ho keka. O mani abri o. Chairman, abato ne ekoso osoro hono mu hu wo fom ha o. O waka ni bre o. Ani bre na campaign no omo ayaba se omo ba omo energy nko. E na ne pepa no ankasa sori adware abanso so ne energy nko. Because ono ownership, sense of ownership no wo ho. Me say Dr. Baumi akopie mu opusiga boko garu baby chairman hwe dom hwe ahokeka ekoso ho no eye because omusi na mate mponi no be driver ye be hu mpuntu wo soro ha sei na ye hu bi da na ye be hu development enti chairman ye pre akwan ye pre yedie ye pre niam bebre aka ho enti no me gidi say eho ahokeka ene ho anamo na ye tui. Enti media campaign omukwa e Tamale dia me hwe ade say me say campaign ya is slow. Omo ankasa nya obi na be ka kire omo. Me unso omo nkrofo ni bi complaining on Facebook ya bleeding na ekoso.
Teding.
Omo say asa ade no na ye boring bi na ye slow. In fact omo the girls bi be gina okra mo mbebu omo pa ni nyina amfa. Chairman ni nyina amfa. Because ye kosoro ho ye krom ho no mo ma hu say enya about tribalism enya abusuasem ne ebe yo ye wa abusuapen ne wa abusuapen no na we mate keke mponi na development aba honi na we beba and enya no nko a chairman under former president Mahama unim say ye wo schools are no more subvented and say no more on scholarship programs in the northern parts of the country say be ya ombetimi enkwala no because of the disparity, poverty, challenges in nkeka ho. Unim sanda former president Mahama na nkran ni Kumasi ni baby school bi ho a 1 month na srem for schools ni MBA.
Oh yeah sure.
Because he can where de be mo mato aduane chairman me say. Examples ni bebre I'll be spoiled for choices. Normal who said ne president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo were implementing free senior high school across the country, chairman. Across the country, ye bien so no be no ko school. On kasa ne de mabre after educating 5.7 million young Ghanaians in this country from the nation's coffers from 2017 to date. On kasa wabre, on kasa time where the Mr. Montana fie. In fact, during COVID, na yare abampo. Na me kan pan say NDC MPs ni bi ti so Honorable Okujetu ni Honorable Sam George omo temrahye bedwam omo pia na omo ma interview mu bia school no kra ye ma ye man ko bi COVID the breast mo se ye man ko back to school mu ko kunkum nkwala ye de ebe mo matena fie ye mo nko bi chairman abra Rwanda ni a lot of African countries omo tena fie mienu ni echi eno kra nkwala na etu omo fee so President Akufo-Addo no na wo to all you know akohoma free aban futuom ama nkwala de akọ school ene samot na fie miensa na nka aban no ma akohoma asanka na suma adwum o se da bi mu nko school even if it means say me amamya pempam no smacks ahyemo na ya mamunsu ahohoro mo nsa na ya mamu sanitizers ya besresre mu schools ni nyina memma akwala bi ahye bra na se ne da ache nkam because watena fie mienu memma mayo anka fie ma mo nkofa mpre wanyinsa ma me mam rantie na nka fie na sabi obi de akoto chacha na so de akotena my bet na patu anajo momman kwala no go back to school ebon mo ho bambo protection aban no will take charge of that, and that is exactly what President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ye chairman. Enti at the end of the day no omaso ansuo e no omaso ansa e no omahu ne emuodu enti no omo se ba omia na po 2024 chairman asem nesi
Baupo. Biggie in Kaswa says Baumia's name was mentioned 88 times. Now, who was counting? I mean, what I jam with the counting. A question of being in Adreso BCS says the Ministry of Information should buy airtime on the major TV and radio stations to show Ghanaians what they have done. Some of us are doing our best to tell Ghanaians what the MPP government has done. A question of being Adreso BCS Obese Fatima, please buy airtime. You people are stingy towards the media and your own foot soldiers. The DRIP project is another great government of Ghana program which is going to benefit every Ghanaian, especially we the rural folk. My concern, are the communities going to pay to the assemblies or the workers before work is done on their roads? Kwesi Reynolds, Aguna Dobing. Fati, that's another very legitimate question. Because district assemblies common fund de bia ni yesu se emayo e bia kemo kwata ba ko mayo oba be yes adwumedie. How sure are you say enko create another problem in my
chairman na make us adwumedie district assembly common fund na no mode akofkra infidie yaba ame de Ghana mabunu J plan pool abo ma no ama ma ba be fixing EDB tete omo. Send me see kind no service contract and arrangements woman the most important thing in this arrangement. And yes, where the and yes supply of equipment to there be where your program drip a program. It includes supply of equipment, maintenance of the roads, and also servicing the equipment. Entinyase ya de beba mi aka se fuel a shorty. Calculation and paying for ye you know mo de sa fuel ne niam nkeka ho ne aka de ni nyina aka ho. And yes, how the backward district be near the Akosi almost see any sky the better fool. Enti movie. Oyanesa, even servicing of the equipment in Pomonia, Acha Fina Ajiegu. In the management, how they will manage the equipment. I'm so makofa 48 engineers regiment abekahu. So that there will be some discipline in the management of equipment. And yes, I yafa wajuma. Say nipa men samuna munhwe mfidie we so amunfa nko ye adwuma. Yesi a day 8 hours. Ofan feature back no ye 1 hour ohwe ha obi anhwe na no wate ada ana afi na nkrofo de kotwitwa job wa wunim ha wa sabi abro wa ebi mutrim ambulance ye de mana no de bi afa bidie no de bi afa brode da bi enti no a lot of lessons na yesua over the period especially introducing drip program me make sure say every aspect of the delivery chain arrangement ye be anticipate challenges e beba any ade say ye de so ano na senior musika ye no ebe boa district assemblies na nkasa because nkasa sika kro ye de to equipment ya mo fleet obia wo the same thing no chairman no pa faseska na ma all the assemblies ebi be procure ebi procure afa no obi ba be set different priorities because enya aligned with government policies enti no IGF any allocations nkakran akra ekonomu de ye bi but fund no so to see what say way no for uniformity in implementation of policy of road maintenance and road improvements in localities. So I say video we na nya no ne di begu asphalt to chairman but also what you say we am potemu area drainage kakra ye betim ene nkeka ho ekwan bi so aye basa nsu ato erosion abefam ye de bedwi so na ye mo trouble baby ekura baako ye pese etwitwa ho kakra na ye bokwan eba kromo ni nyina we na ebeboa mo matima ye enti we ye de besiesie on potemu anya se ye beji uskasa kofa ska bransa na ye ekwan ye ewo baby aye aban asede ya je atuma aye ye enti chairman we be hye mu kina we meji highway for adwuma meji urban roads for adwuma there be meji feeder roads for adwuma ni nyina beto so akoso but to introduce this number of fleets on the ground into the various MMDAs no enkankan krase no ebeboa papa chairman.
Interestingly, me share highlights and our headlines ni be free campaigner was stream no make say ya say sroho na bibia akwako pi ho. New crusading guide NPP electrifies Bole Bamboy as Raphael Kuma vows to snatch seat. The publisher, Ghanaian publisher, say Mahama's inconsistency exposed. August 2016, he says 4 years not enough. August 24, he says 4 years is enough. Usha Daily Post. It is not about how long you serve, but how well you serve. Mahama says as he launches campaign in Tamale. You find yourself alone on the day of accountability if you follow bad orders from above. Esiedun Ketia reminds security heads. And no ewaha with pictures from the Tamale event. Ose udi OGD se nyeni pani na ni free oho ebae. But Daily Dispatch say NDC's labeling of Bawumia as a liar has failed because of 23 issues is vindicated. And then Bawumia says, Mahama said in 2016 that if I want the North to support me, NPP should first elect me as flag bearer. Chronicle, we're behind you, our son. Talensi and Busa chiefs tell Bawumia. We won't sleep for 48 hours during election. Mahama Ekanoso Ewo Tamale. NPP electrifies Mahama's backyard. No, as Raphael Kuma Dienum. There are all kinds of reports coming from up north. And so, as minister, and as some Obi free home, say yes to the church or hand, vote for change. Mahama charges Ghanaians as he launches campaign. NDC ignites flame for change and no graphic front page. Set stage for 2024 election showdown. Will improve free SHS, remove double track system. Mahama. Election 2024 will keep vigil until all votes are counted. 48-hour vigil. Atuforsen also mentioned there 8 years of wastage and incompetence is enough. Bawumia declares, despite our challenges, we've implemented many transformative initiatives. Minister, any comments on any of these?
Chairman, especially on free SHS. Nano na mitie on me bra penny down kwekuye boa. On the experiences on how otimi first school. Na chairman, mitie na mera ho na meni age. Didn't na mera ho na meni age. Na mera ho because na kind me of the experiences are as nkwala ye ko mu growing up in Moshizongo. Na meni age because with the introduction of free SHS na do danko Akufo-Addo de aba no ye man for muda even if we are not alive. Chairman, didn't na make us minimum rent here bebra ye no mo call miko school Obuokrom MAJSS block B. Na ye no aban school no krampo no ye ba be ko bi ni na ebi ni ye community ho at least obenante 3 miles eno wako school no anante aba nyame adaro ma chairman BEC sika de be register kura bi ni ho registration fee si ye kasa kofa 20 cedi ba wunya bi.
Yeah, sure.
Weekends minya mem obi abeko shoe shine menso meko dokuna chima e wo so amemazi ana akosu ya no a ana se anka chima vacation de mi wo bode e wo Kumase ni Roman Hill meko akoje nkrofo nya adoa ene mako aton na chairman ye penya adoa ton se ne mako because nya adoa no owe fa na wo so paint rubber no owe kakra no also basket na asa abasro chairman minimum kwala omuwe block B with aggregate 7 some of the best grades you could get from public schools at the time sikasemunti SHS no man kobi nipa no ko betima ya engineer yeso ye shushan kakra me enkope master bi ma wo so ame magazine na wakwa kosunya adwuma talents bebra kamu because of financial barrier to education nyame adaroma free sir president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo bedi yaban memfa secondary school bi animu hu say ya pam nkwala school fees da in 7 years it has never happened former presidents wapa ne NDC communicators ne babies with sharp teeth omunam hoye bawolaya ono ankasa in 2016 ka say we should not implement free SHS on the whimsical promises of a desperate politician enye no nko a ono asa kan say ono sika e dia free SHS no edoso dodo enye no nko a na ye education organ ha ye de ye sika nyina akɔhye free SHS mu na chairman onu ontam sa sika na mfa nkɔhye free SHS mu say a work review revise one ni nyina ne sen Ghana 40 ase wo fapemie no so say free SHS ebe ye yi akonkan ya dimu a eye sika na odi behyem kwachi ade efe ye di sika na eto chairman President Akufo-Addo has been willing and able to make that investment so that it succeed. The current budget of free SHS, former President Mahama Siyama na konya no 2 billion Ghana cedis in free mo we free SHS na chairman enye ye enti ne yakase ne review no chair cancellation because we sika investment free SHS mo enye ye chairman ya ka free SHS obi timi bisa say ya abo aben NDC omo 38 Ghana cedi per student na omo de share budget mu so asat omo handing over notes any update on what was spent and answer annual debt report near each year said they didn't even pay the allocation no omo promise of 38 Ghana cedis per student and the chairman 38 Ghana cedis entimi nye free SHS. And the President Akufo-Addo free SHS award means free tuition, free accommodation, free feeding, any free books, any free uniform. Chairman, free library, access to library, free access to computer labs and labs. Ni na ka free SHS no. 38 Ghana cedis entimi nye. Sir, and BEC registration organ ha free under President Akufo-Addo and Kolan Chiesika to write BEC. Oko SSC registration chairman under President Akufo-Addo free. You don't pay to register for SHS certificate. Chairman 40 Ghana cedis in Tinkama and Timen Kumaka in 2005.
Oh.
Me enka 40 cedis in Tinkama and because me choba na wo ya na odi bi hwe me de hwe me nua be ma wo Legon e de hwe enketo no basic school no oyare da fie 1 week pa ya mbie choba ne ntimi mobilize that 40 cedis enti 38 cedis ntimi mfa obi nko school mane nye yie and they are not also speaking truth on certain things chairman who can ya free SHS buy no enrollment in the senior high schools sorry boom ema nkwala no kwa no munya baabi mpo na schools bia yema 19 free SHS wo honom na 2016 na nkwala boom faso in schools na free SHS wo ho na 2015 na ewum boom kam so ma schools ni nyina anyema evidence of free SHS ene say omo anasikasem ye osi akwan na omu ntimi nko school no 2017 omo ana ebi ma wo omu ye mu mba nyina awie sa akọ register ko free SHS. Chairman, omuko yenso so no edin anamo na aban ni 2 year. President, the Ministry of Education at that time, no Honorable Matthew Poku Prempe, education minister. Omuka said they will be able to quickly build infrastructure to meet the gap. Inflow of free SHS students, Ediabano. And to $1.5 billion get fund securitization program for massive infrastructural projects at the various senior high schools. Chairman, oko every senior high school ubehu President Akufo-Addo projects wo every single one of them. Chairman, and na oko presec haya abronsan mumuruntum kese pa esi wo President Akufo-Addo ne kosiye. say be ya free SHS no ebetima more classrooms ama nkwalaba presec ya chairman every single school including my alma mater Kumasi Academy okwa adan ye homa enye no nko a free SHS ba na President Akufo-Addo say enye ni nyina na edi kosua brofo ka yem first time schools so mmeka ho enne nyame adom amate so ochina education minister honorable Dr. Yawose Aduchum ebeye presentation be on the state of education chairman pacho enne okwa abomosu a okwa kwase ewo wanchi a say okwa Pasempe in Northeast Regional okwa Accra High na ye kire secondary schools the lab equipment ni tools I was STEM schools so obeka say one nam Harvard baby o chairman state of the art equipment a good TVET schools was Suhum, Dansoman, East Legon, and all the TVET centers. Investment in TVET in excess of $500 million. TVET schools say has encanted no. Now chairman bebre frefre kobo. Omuni equipment in nimoshe. And then mremu yenchira computer or blackboard so. Ninyi na President Akufo-Addo nhye. And the NDC anaya mount chalk. Chalk was saying you now handing over notes and the President Akufo-Addo a pencil. Ye one foot row our band schools more. Okwa a maka board ne maka near the Chenkrofo. And even that people are not crying over maka. And the investment is huge. Also we invest here education sector no and a wubeguno. And the year review no can only be an improvement because Bibiara NPP are buying any NPP are buying assigns want to do with education and say a pese this kashim. Chairman made manu see on education no. And your free SHS and kwani are there buying ye. And the universities are buying yesi. Near what one moody faces new developments aka home. New masha say from scratch bako kunsia. Chairman. Near dimu kama kuma and send nesa okwa akuma dan ubehu lo University for Local Government Studies. Yes here you mu baby chairman. Imagine me kan pan say me catch obi say me call wa ebra no mo share UDS ase. Na that time hostels be any ho. Entertainment centers ne pubs na eni ho sa. Na university call ho yi. Enya no na ne obi a wodan bia a school for pedan high. A corona bie ochina bi obehu akoma dan in 5 to 10 years na akoma dan any of the major cities in Ghana compete because of how our bina decentralizing infrastructure in the country. Oko you has omo person omo president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo abaso ama na honorary doctorate obitimi tina nchen bi say na denti na President Akufo-Addo you has 4 person omo na abaso chairman. President Akufo-Addo was the largest nursing and midwifery training school in the whole of Africa. Ewo has. Among the state of the art administration block. Chairman infrastructure President Akufo-Addo eshiegu hono. So what do wani ko ho a obeka senkonje asase for from Fante University for. President Akufo-Addo asi Boteman Games Village and ye expanding into University for Sports Development. Ama nkrofo akosua all the infrastructure ye de egu ho na nko waste. Chairman mekan say me my sports in the year 2008. Yeah, all West Africa University Games in Ghana, West African countries they were at University of Ghana. Yeah, opening ceremony at University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Yeah, be sa or a wawugu no. Enunti kra na mo lay tracks at University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Emo mo start here baby ebetima tena. President Kufuor free akonya no so. Sa tracks and any field nini mfuturo no hwe ansesa free home for 8 solid years. Obi wo ho anu onim na adwene ye ne say skeleton no mu hu ye na NDC for ye bibi fa ho ansa na ye beto. Chairman me say nothing. I have pictures I can bring to show you of me on the tracks at University of Ghana Sports Stadium in 2008. President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo bae chairman ko hwe wani so ade. Nanse e ko all African Games na agim nsem. Na agim obi a wo twam e wo University of Ghana. Obi hu President Akufo-Addo evidence of the development or the aba Ghana ha ama wo hu se papa na ye adwuma. Enti education nkomodie no ye ne NDC for eni chempe. The evidence is clear from scratch, from basic to university. the most investments in education has been done by this administration. Na yebeko so abohu the rule say be Ghana for be hu say wo pe change a wo pe change say yem free stem enko back to mfutudan wo pe change say nyame adoma say near 2016 na students say cultural exam say was St Thomas Aquinas ye pam omu school fees e twa omu ba TV so no wo pe change say ye metwa free SHS mu no yen starting jeje nkwala school fees nanso so Ghana for are moving forward enkanka ne ye mayo a ya start wo no esese yen so ye ma beko bi no munya homfa so.
Dr. Freche Asamoah anope baby I will be a Michel minimse offenso north for ahwehwel enti a Fati Eka TVET no makai minia Dr. Fred Che Asamoah any TVET funya Fati obi se me fanya adwe enche anope
medana
prof here obi asem nya o se free nya doa
ena me dey aponi nyina momo no be yesterday
o se me fama anope o se a friend Dan or kwabenya anope. Now this one says from Phillips in Takra, they say my love letter to Fatimata. We didn't have Fatimata or Fatimatu.
Fatimatu.
Okay, Fatimata say my love letter to Fatima. Dear Fatima, I hope what you've started is the beginning of the end of our problem of quote-unquote mouth laziness by the MPP government, as always stated by Professor Openyi Ejekum. Please, we want you out here more. Your dearest, Phillips in Takrady. And Phillips Fatidi, as a father and daughter, pal, because Phillips is in the 70s, I believe.
Hey.
It you say what your love letter and pay say Openyi Ejekum say mo ya no kwadro MPP for. Inti say I among come asem omo ya no kwadro for papa. Moving on up, this one says to review means to take a critical look or critical evaluation. What aspect of free SHS would Mahama want to review? He should put it out so we can all discuss. He took a critical look at the nurses and teacher training allowance and cancelled. Cancellation should serve as a guide. K Kusi Adreso Besiase. And Apia Pokwasi Maira says, Fatima, you are the information minister. This government has failed when it comes to communication. People should know what government has done. You've allowed the opposition to spread false news about this government simply because the government is stingy when it comes to paying the media, and also their comms people. They want to do everything by themselves. This one says, unfortunately, the NDC doesn't learn. Prior to 2020 elections, leading members of the NDC issued threats to personnel of the security services. It cost them votes. Today, they are back at it again. Please. Okay. Moving on. Chairman General, it's true, I counted in myself. Baumia's name was mentioned 88 times. Baophobia. That's the fear of Baumia citizen. Francis sends that one. And then Lawyer Fatih, great submission from Master Planner Junior in Kintampo. The MPP communicator should stop talking about the Kufuado and address current issues and what Bamia will do. That will win them more votes than UC Nanado, who won't be on the ticket. Nana Usu Aid Atunsu sends that one. The blazing support Bamia is attracting up north is a manifestation of the good work of the MPP. Let's give Bamia a chance. Please tell Madame Fatih I owe her lunch. Ahmad Imbrekum. Our minister Mwana Betola Chabano. Anyway, that's a nice gesture. Somebody brought a nyadwa. You're also bringing lunch. So, Amadu Imbrekum, thank you. Okay. And then Fatih Obisimin Kancho say, or say friend Apostle Da Costa Inti, or say they're doing well, but I went to a school in Trede, and the classroom was built about 5 years ago, but no plastering. You can see the blocks, and it seems it's being destroyed. They should do something about it in Trede. Okay, Trede Bay Ashanti region. Okay, right. Over to you. And then JC Boakon says, solid presentation by my boss Fatima to Abubakar. Anytime I listen to it, I feel like I'm in a lecture about Baumia Tuaso, and that is JC Boaku, Chairman General, it's not only about Anukwadro. Our big men don't want to give out so that we talk. Gastiman in Brekum. This one, two. Let's put politics aside and speak the truth. Fact is, free SHS is good, but I still insist there should be a review. Government shouldering everything is a problem. Parents should come in a bit. David Bekoin Tete Bekosin Senya Breku SB City. Walanyo and Akwetia says the former president who said he's not a magician to provide jobs to the teeming unemployed today is promising to provide jobs. Let's be careful about GM's political messages. When it comes to education and educational related development, the NDC should keep quiet. Fatima, to great job. Master planner sent that one. And then Fatih has made my day. Where has she been all this while? I have a suggestion for the government to improve the suppression of dust on the dusty roads. Okay. You see, there's a chemical that could be sprayed on the roads. Ivory Coast is using it. Chosa in Taifa. Well, it's my prayer that if Ivory Coast is using it and it's working, maybe we should also use it as well. Samson Kwame Nyamiche, thank you very much. Also, yes, there is a Chima Kwamuma district in the Ashanti region. Echima Kwamuma district in Ashanti region. Right. Prof, Mpacho Brem. No, he need to. I got try TV so I feel no aba. Nana Machi. You are not supposed to be on TV. Nana own himself Baba Monday, but why could try you TV?
More yeah, say. More person more day. That was the decision of
but
your company.
Nana, and Pacho, and yeah, company.
I am more company.
Pacho, what catch you so Babaha and no pay on Kokrokoo and him. From 8:30. Yeah, 9:45. I feel I will see him Fias and Casa. And I'm Mohomono. You. It's a fault. Well,
O'Connor Bishop.
Okay. Yo, yati. Enti say technically speaking, on can one no pay.
Oh, and I said Mr. Okwango.
Oh, what's that one then?
Now to make it, me physically present.
Until I'm really technically speaking, can na obi amama wakwa abade. We go now come in Simbu and then person bisa much elevated. I just remember the prof in a member of some Paucho. Prof Pacho.
You.
Yes.
Come Abraham TV say fellow Madam for Professor JC or Kenya. Na me wan say also am failed. So tio. I'm say
hey, or Kenya.
Kenya they am failed pa na dey. Yes, I mean I just say Kenya almost on internet, no.
Oh yeah, Kenya internet is good.
It's good.
Kenya, Rwanda, South Africa.
Yeah, but I hear Ghana too is good.
Yeah, bad. We're too quick to dump in our own selves.
I'm sure it's one of the mobile internet penetration very and about also Bahrain. Just say, must say Bahrain. Also,
hey, any you do it?
Darlington.
Wow.
I mean, Kwame, essentially, say politics say it involves a lot of things. And it may be but it may be idiotic. The decan to me. Politics is about say when you access to power. Now power no, and yet say what the power no a big bully nipa. And now the best say idea. A power to influence and control. Control your control, papa. Say what is our control no? Ebe boa and make decisions. After Tony me ye. And this will be say and to me a manual. The person will try and say, what did twin mammy? Me to me are then dying to me no. They said yeah, me could instrument be a dream be. Na me the baby. That's one. And that's me, you know. Politics. It's say a power. Na power no edmawa to me edmawa utme din dan immunity. It's also about resource allocation. Say if I say bia oman himu say the oman to me man for saying go to bani you are near the 2 minimum one. All by chance said you be see managing resources. You seek some services, opportunities. Na wabu amo manfo abrabo etumpon. Enti any others na number 3 third one na edi akwatene pa mameno leadership. Politics is also about leadership. Akanyi ni say nipa no a yato abama ono oden dan omanfo oden dan groups oden dan organizations na odi mo nyina ekire a common goal say baby a ye nyina ye ni kire eni sand ye ni na aban nipa binom say yate political party ente mo fa saa de tumi no eman enya oba ko fonko ana sometimes oba ko be ko content grow say mo fa saa tumi no emame na menya saa tumi no resource allocation mobilization allocation leadership say memma mwenya akanipa ana akandie a ebeboa ntotoye na ama omaya koso meye endi say ebere so ne yesi ye kwakoto abane ye elections asa we ni party a akenye no ne atemdidie ene chuka ne yebro debi eye se ye toato adwene enti makọ mpotam bi na medu ho no meka manisu adi mu eri akere wo se monday to me mamia meyese na obisa antifati say na akupu enough come enough me dey pu yo because we have Ghana political history in fact ethnic and regional appeals pa
okay
eka ho ani eka ho na bia enkrofo eboje oso you work from the known to the unknown until baba fa ho because I wanna when we say wa ho den wo till be ko na baby a o here obetumi a jinkrofo mo ho akọ nti and it's a strategic move wo mo nyina be yura bamia obey in a sense way and yura man penida da mahama so also the regional appeals one of the very features of Ghana's elections. The regions are holding no obia babia okay nipa no budget also kwame obeko ho na ebira ye wo campaign we eni am edi mu akote pa ba akọ na beka ho asem kwame eno ne promises
boshe
na the etene say say mpe boshe ahodo ho na for MPP for no the ebebo mo boshe yi ni say berebi ho ma yi da na o ka che maso panyin say o mo ya no kwadwo enti then enti o ye promise o ye na mabaya mi no ye di kan no panyin focus me say 4 kwasa about ma TD and I say obi say obey bia ma na ne nan esi berebi so and say what to an amobi now na esi biribi so na wo kasa kwame no o kasa oboso e say onum say metumi ayewe enti anka adwuma MPP for be 8 years etwem yi na nyuma omo aye no eno ane se wo fa ya yese na wo di twam funyini akere won a beto aba ma mo na waka akere mo say enu nti no mo nso yeso na ye ba e be free ha akosi ha ena na nsa me wa na obi frɛ me na say mahu police for quarters ne
Dynasty 320. Me pam cho yesi me koka etwima na atwema. Yo atwema kwanwoma. Atwema kwanwoma. Mo am correct me na me da mo ase. Atwema kwanwoma nye etwima atwema. Me da asu yo. Prof project waso.
Enti kwa me say structures no.
Yes, and you want here deputy.
Na we no nyina aban na ye. Na me say e dey aban e dey. On cinema me na me hwe. And to give the MPP fairness in all our discussions, obedient to me can say a baby or baby I and not the so what casa now I say come to fence and here the weird so say any money aban biaba obey na me hu na me say na say ne aban so abo no homodi enti anka enema a waye no onfe no nka ho ase if you say na me kan no ka say mantra ne by breaking the 8 no you can say breaking the 8 no enye kasa keke eye dwumaden okay Ghana for adwene mo no sa 8 years no so a nkofo adwene bi say oh na say bre dia so we am 8 years eye be ma be ye bi
wan be ni ya
anteni akwe na foforo bra say ni say wa adwuma no kura say kura osi o eye wa dia ko enti say oh secure election after that perceived period no say oh 8 years no asona kwa na chese wo adwuma say wo ye no ese say wo ye adwuma den papa na enyame wanwa say vice president osi ye adwuma no me say 8 no chese mani abere eye na NDC so ani abere pa omo so eye adwuma den o hwe omoko kumasi tamale okay domo ibaya ona boti eje send ye normal say also be aka na the ross it's normal and I think it's a fair way and say ona better na say oh omo the net ross end no you know the o kan say kwano man kan yi but obi anya nipa many na many the echi me hu say nkofo ko pa na itwamfo nyini say these two parties are the two major contending parties, at least from where I said, no one say some for you na itcha. Na honona yura mahama ejmaden yura baumia ejmaden. Na de ehia pa any promises and hodwa ya catch omanfo. Kwa mamenka asemi ohana na menim say be say actually say about me Matro has said when people's experiences consistently fail to resonate with their expectations and hopes arising from promises, they are likely to change their reactions and explore new alternatives.
Oshenko for bonus when niswa possible somewhere have before.
Just like we see church and nothing.
My bonno pama. Ne kwakwa ne se okwhye
na wan niswa
no wan niswa awoma nipa no adwen sesa ekwohwe be foforo
na eyande a SC e Ghana hapa in most governments oh yeba ebese na se bi akase bi cheme o say ono de ya na nsan onfa na ni any promises echibi and I think that's a mature way of looking at political governance and leadership. I say promise on here na mo ohwe policies. And I'm busy and I say policies, no, they equally are like promises because if I don't I say well difference room policies no and no promises yeah nipa ne can try they say be oh yeah ba e be school 20,000 yeah ba and cry sports stadium here ha they say be ba ko me oh me dey 40 back on also emotional appeal. Policies no. Yes, shed that nothing. Any adwene esusu ahwe niema na yede atoto any ahwe baby elsefa yede expert akaka expert adwene bom any ye kan to betumi request for a policy and read. Na what criticize the policy na we no ha no had to sing. Enti baby I don't know. I mean, we have to move away from promises and look at policies.
Move away from promises and look at policies.
You are just appealing to our emotions.
Yeah.
Now, most of the time, promises need to be how you can. And when you didn't go for them. To whom say, Obi didn't young quantum promise come home. Oh, no more about my who? How my who? A big candy panocrama said, one hair or yaka setiano. I think say baby Ghana for any channel. Ne na na kufu adom free SHS e buy. I am here kwa sana be kan. Free SHS will challenge. But no so nche say e bad da. E will challenge say ye ni na etumi e kona nim. I am here kwa no bebre nya kwa ya ko school. And that means Kwame, give yourself the next 10 years, 15 to 20 years, at most 2 decades. Literacy level beko high Ghana pa. Enti sa and the yona ya e beka some trawa o me say me akwan 1,000 me eno betwum. O kan ne ye pese ehunu sade e wo kan. Policy be ne da ho. Me ye won krata mu. Asema o kan no ye betumi aya na. Enti eno ye ade a edi akotempa nti such emotional appeals. Ye de e kan e fe ne say promises. Na ye cannot go for bon say near bo venison sa buzela no peace FM na afi Kwame ade ba kon so e ban so ne say people are fact checking issues enti ko tan bi na o ko kana trawa ana obi akọ pakpakpa na social media enum wanum nsam empro da
David
they all ka to ho 5 years ago no and da and the mom say obi ewure mu anu akoyi obeka say diabolism pa no you know but Kwame and diabolics no you know Bible kra say edu enu nsam bebu fo enu anso ne befa so ebu bi and people are fact checking na say ya eja unia American former president
Trump onyemi nua bako kra say
Kwame and propose okoma the speech no we no we no na my fact checking is you nti say no yan promises how and now kasa so a ya no ahani e say we pa na oyonko atena se na nsam a wo kan no nyina no o de to fact ho we te say ha no hu we no kore nti no these days e bibe to me akasa o promise a waka ni nyina sebe e ato sem enti eno so ye ade ba ko a e say ye hye no so Kwame oye no fi hono ma promises no ade ba ko a e ya na enkrofo ani efiri ho ne say people use your promises to check your level of trust and
yeah has a bit me ajiwe dia ensem na okeke kan
yo na emma obia emfa Ghana fo biara say oh we dia okay bia na yeko me say utie ye man na e ba no Kwame this friend say Gen Z fo ye be omo niema na say me ba boy no ka tell me say daddy o pictures bi ni me bi ya o yi nyina ma creative folder
o be ya ma sisi
ase ni nyina gu ho
o be ya ma sisi
creative folder yi eda we eda Gen Z fo yi enti obetumi a fact check o eniema wo keka ensema wo kan ni nyina no de atoto de ACC na experience no aka cho say de wo kan ni nyina no enye no kro
enti ya hwe anu ka say
enti ye di kan enye anu ka say ye taso me yenu ye move away from just campaign promises niema policies enkasa enti nka ye nhia nkrofo groups they say be a communities na what they be a group no what they we trim po a wo pese wo de ebuaga na wo de atodwa na nipa na hu na mabisa question na bisa kosa I mean most of the campaigns rallies akese a gina we so ne ka hello one bisa questions but a day I can see it coming fast that is why say do baby a debate and hold war say when you be tenase na mo kasa na mo yi ano eno so boa na ehihye wadwene na ehihye so called promises and I say the opposite way no na omanfo etumi eputu straight forward say ofa o kan say obey say you do amfi say ye hunu hwe na eno no ekosai Kwame ye no firi hwa o hu say o ha de mo ya de ba mu na Kwame waka cho nkofo no say project so enso mu kudi eji na Kwame mo ye
okay
na nkofo na pete na wafre metati opa na afre wa onu yi o kuma se so
Samson Yameche
Kwame Samson ya de na Samson na do e ozo Kwame ebi o kura na maka say esi ya wie o say ona abo kasa bi say ona mo say ya wie ampa na o ka bibi ya wie ampa ebi o mo so ya wie Samson na ujina o say o mijina na te say o say I mean, adwuma de ekoso na mu no yendu baby edri. Fact checking is taking all kinds of modes and means. Enti mama yensha no so. Kwa me de ma no esi yo hey. Na me stress e bio me de mania to fuma hwese. This time I think yempanyifo no yade. Na me bom nsem e de amamu nyina. Kwa me de mprempren e de to last elections are. It be another time so papa, but at least we are in July. We have just
almost August.
Yes, almost August. How many months? 4 months ago?
Yeah.
I think some idea. Come sabi atem di die ni nipa hu ho efingu no. Me share dem hu ye. Me de mani to fam. Na won say side ni nyina no increase tension in the atmosphere. Me say me share dem hu obi a odi actually no say betumi confirm for me maybe say almost a service madam be I say yeah na ni atfam ohunu say my papa na che say ye yade ye hunu say politics americano is about say influence say yemfa power mame na metumi abo Ghana. It's not about okojina baby na wagu obi hu fi what say obi reputation what can say mebema ija ato mrante ne mbaya adwene na what say communities. Uria Ghana no ye na idea. I'm repeating my statement to you kwame. Me say when people's experiences consistently fail to resonate with their expectations and hopes arising from promises, they change their reactions and explore new alternatives. Asem Sebe.
They change their reactions and explore new alternatives. Then a question I'm sure has said maybe son is yes I'm a crab builder so I be kind home. Now yes campaigns it looks as if the Afro-Franto campaign has lost steam. Yente flag bearer and Kebio. Yes time I launch media tours on the idea as a brasi. Say yes, it looks as if the two leading candidates now were your own campaign. I mean, himself, quite a close confidant. I mean, besides, what's happening? Butterfly.
I mean, one say, we can say, Yente Alancha Matenka. If he time one or launch GTP, no. Say, even before then, Prampo. Now, piece of a morning program is name and so many other media stations but you say as we speak almost all the major TV and radio stations almost every day obifi Afro-Franto movement radio station be TV station it is because yenten enka say na mam for selected the person mutie too Alancha Mate think cry ha and every day for the last couple of weeks, every day, he's talking to say 3 or 4 radio stations across the regions.
Okay.
I schedule Ebi wo Branhafu, Ebi wo Western North, Ebi wo Western Region, Central, Ashanti, every day.
Okay.
So I am a one kakra. Na 3, the omukra so say the 2 leading contenders no are working. And it's a ye can Prof can manifesto promises. Promises are ye hunu di jina nemono ye hia policy. Womo ye can say woman no ye leading contenders no. Enra Saturday. President John Mahama any NDC launch womo campaign. Omo launch womo campaign no. Meeting discussion be one radio station omo cover na live. Question about and they say now one manifesto why you see any day be. Now my question is that one more say okay one no leading contenders. Obi a manifesto mbie yempo na akoto plan. Now obi a Ghana for obi no mo feel say Alancha Mate kontekro one person only the luxury of the infrastructure of a organized entrenched political party with these regional offices, with district offices, constituency offices near there. Bakokra de Omukuta incumbency of government, MPP, with all officials and technical people within government. Ebinometi Manifesto Committee say 200 is a 300 member committee and the actual manifesto. Alan Chematin almost single-handedly. A year or no any zero draft. Paper ye kuta me the great transformational plan. Alan a year first draft asana or no crowd debate and say I deal with number person a and 4 months to election. Manifesto promises no kura no ye hear details no enya mai. Ora your mama catch it and say or better not by so ministers manaba say 60 or say
60
50
60
and Dr. Baumian so promises or better so manaba say 50 and ora Alache Martin so say or bemanaba 40 and pay incidentally me call TV so no mo TV station sa question no buy ana yebisa NDC ni lawyer bia o buy ana pay say owura mahama so obete ministry so aba 60 na kwan ben so no obefa ye ototo papa so awenti man chirechirim kwame say alanchemate ka chire o say me beti number of ministers so aba 40 a waye plan na me de chire na Ghana 40 ehunu say we nye empty slogan. GTP no page 40. We have public sector reform. Public sector reform. We say reduce the size of government. May take a buying so not more than 40 ministers composed of the following: 1. Attorney General. And the Constitution say we are there. It has to stay Attorney General, the Minister of Justice. Finance, economy, trade and industry. Finance, economy, trade and industry. 2. Food,
and in now one position.
One minister.
Do finance, economy, trade and
industry. So you will have a Minister of State for Trade and Industry, Minister of State for Finance and Economy. 3. Food, agriculture, fisheries. 4. Foreign Affairs, regional cooperation. 5. Defense. 6. Education. 7. Health. 8. Interior. 9. Infrastructure. Infrastructure NTA. Minister of State for Transport, Infrastructure, Roads, Highways, Railways, Aviation, Public Transit Systems, and Ports and Harbors. Minister of State for Communications and Digitization. Minister of State for Public Housing, Water Systems, Sanitation, Waste Management, and Sewage Systems. 10. Energy and Natural Resources, Lands, Water Bodies, Mining, Oil and Gas, Renewable Energy. Minister of State for Lands and Minerals Resources. 11. Youth and Sports. 12. Local Government and Decentralization. 13. Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. 14. Tourism, Culture, Chieftaincy, Religious, Creative Arts. 15. Labor, Manpower, Development, Employment Relations. 16. Women, Children, Social Welfare, Physically Challenged People, Aged.
No, you didn't know about.
But to Japan, there is one minister who is in charge of finance, roads and transport. And it is working. Okay. So Alan has sat down and configured it. It won't be sanoa.
Contextually, Japan and Ghana are two different countries. In terms of contextually.
Contextual, what kind of context? Yeah, resources are lower than Japan, and we want to build a bigger public service infrastructure. Resources for managing and paying for public services. In fact, in the macroeconomy now, we're stating how to reduce public expenditure, and this is one of them. Several are the natural. This is the difference between mere manifesto promises now, Professor Ekano, and policy. A chile kwanya obefaswa obeshishe no we obi abetumi interrogate ebisa he say ade ye de adwuma e practical and say practical. Is it working in other places? Enipa no a wo munya enye manifesto no wo munya meduru plan no wo mu na Ghana for say wo mu no ye leading contenders
there be me na me kind to fashion.
But yeah, but the radio station be so kasa ma me no so kasa say me. So you see the point is that enipa no a why ready for where woko job interviewer ye bisaw wo background de why pen afa ye bisaw say adwuma foforo ye de ma we adwenkyere ben eni so ade hu ben e na wowo ya wo de be man ye interview no wi a enipa obetimi a convince adwuma wura no se na dwene mu da ho onima adwuma na ni so o won hyehyɛ foforo bi a wode ba no na de nsakrai papa bebre company no on ye de adwuma no ma no na nye obi a wo ye dede bebre.
And to you say Alan is a leading contender?
Oh, you are talking about leading contender. I'm talking about somebody who is ready, capable and able. Yes, selling no. Inti and there will be some question. I have to present to you Obia as I said Ghana for a share. Baby, ye gina say ya. Aban we air bano. Na somebody say, and ya borrowing and you develop or mine. Don't about me, I was say, and ya bossian bo and a bit to develop or mine. And now aban we abo bossia chain, a ben bia wabesin ko in our post-independence history. And we are saying, say, ye perceive a sessa or mine ni, ye perceive a sessa ye seek a semweni, ye perceive a mebunia jumaye, one more a free SHS, air bay, one more to me university, or university, what to me a jumaye. Now go produce graduates. Now ye unemployment graduates association. A sense of woman ye jumanya. Now ye kotoaba. Na the necessary hwe ho edito aba.
But nana
leading contender.
Aban no boss abusa na Alan ka ho.
Na Alan, a president and a vice president.
No, a minister for trade.
But you see, question what we saw me several times, and I'm telling
you.
There
several times.
What we saw me a few times. Okay. But let me answer it again. You see, say Ghana team, echo ball, and you share Ghana. Ghana for bebre to me ball. Abranti be din, you say friend Kudus. After the team lost, majority of people praised this individual player. Okay. And is it not possible, say, in a government with its own problems, and every government has its own problems, there could be one player who can be singled out? Is that not possible? Yeah, you see, Yabo Biaba, so finance minister of the year. And so near inflation, trade minister, way minister. Yet to be so when you have a team, now we will play a beer or a clear star player. One for no for a team no because a team we do in our bone. Over here no, what you want to be about talk to do so. Na fe na ka obo abon no nko a. Enti me de me sremo. Yan force obi antimi force obi ase toma we. MPP ene ya wo metum. Ana MPP e de nhihye ya ba, e de amamu aba. Enne adwumayefo adwuma eguo. Enne wo porter, they will tell you say from the records of companies import normative duties, foreign companies 66 at free Ghana in the last 3 to 4 years. The record is there. Is that what you want? 80 year to abana say year to saying one pray one more leading contenders no. One more for policy measure Ghana for. Now will be a one also ta a chile, one of the woody to no alachamatin, one also fund the policy ya or the to gather day, met to Ghana for him. Na fe Ghana for nya adwen say ye to Obama political party and I ye to Obama leader watch it say obetime de kan am ye free inflation ye team yi mu obetime de kan ama graduates free school aba free SHS koso enti won so ko university ni ye wie no omo wie ye no omo nya adwuma ye. Look Kwame, I have the record here. Government owned financing of free SHS free 2017 120% of the projected budget. 120% means that budget no a year for free SHS no you exceed you spend more by 20%. And then make us say the trajectory is there 51% and you to me finance it shows you say if nothing is done about this economy and government's capacity to raise revenue and government to make money ebedu baby a free SHS you to me finance it. I will show you the statistics. And no dear, mess of time. Na me de achire.
Me time na so.
Nya hwe. Mess in 2017.
Because we say me fault now go
in 2017. Government provided 120%. 2018 99%. 2019 76%. 2020 58%. 2021 51% of the budget. Free SHS is good. One yan shishaya the revenue beba ebe increase export earnings ebema taxes companies adwuma na companies gua free SHS ye dan ko finance even though it is very good. That is why John Mahama cannot tell me, so no, you change. Bawumia cannot tell me, or you change. Because 8 years, President Kufuor told the whole Ghana, say, or the economy not share Dr. Bawumia because he's an expert. He has been firmly in charge of the economy 8 years. 4 years never day. The constitution gives 4 years, not 8 years. It will be over say, that's not what the constitution says. The constitution says the term of a president is 4 years. A bit my say, Uber call 4 years. Uber could be an your mama call 4 years. So nobody should talk about 8 years. The constitution doesn't talk about 8 years.
Yeah, but
let's talk about the constitution. What does the law say? Your campaign.
The law says it's time for me to go.
Okay, but I say, Papa.
6 minutes past 11. Nana Ohininto from the Afro-Franto movement and a Miami sector minister, Fatih Abubakar. Fatih, Pacho, me here be more.
Fatih all around.
Me here be why? Me here be Prof.
Come here, I say nyabena obeche eduane.
I
said you one kasa osi.
Eduane.
Yeah, that's it, baby.
Or culinary skills. And now,
6 past 11, almost 7 past 11. Kofi Kumbelson is next. We're the Yatra Abroso. God bless. Good morning.
Himself global shit. That's why I was so with you and one is with the 500 Ghana cedis in Mohomo. But to EcoBank account move or EcoBank in Trabata and now Express Point be a rare bengo. Who to me so the far EcoBank mobile so now bet to me a deal chefa what check the bro 1 million Ghana cedis EcoBank million gang promo nimu EMG. Anio every May Bosomiko 31st July 2024 in Ipabe bro 7,000 be feely soft life and kasa. Be ye EcoBank customer. Now we am foul call. Kai said 500 cities be a wode beto account muno. When your point wo EcoBank million gang numu eneya. EMG. Enti fasika to account mu eneya. Na di wo chefa wo sikani a chede be bro 1.2 million Ghana cities nimu. Kwampa wo be fast wa jiweni wa brabom. Kwampapa ebibi man papa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Akradie NLA di won sa shase. Na ekoso wo on Caritas platform so.
The luckiest star 712 luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Here's to the friends who dialed star 712 hash and found no regrets. To the investors who struck gold. To the health workers who diagnosed luck with precision. To the tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. To the passionate fan who couldn't contain his joy. To the seamstress who turned her hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, here's to you. Your next big win is right here.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Dial star 712 hash. Now join in the luckiest winning celebration every 1st July 2024.